What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. We got some more of this Pioneer Masters draft, but again, before we get there, hit that like and subscribe. Let's get to 100k subs. Let's get that 24-hour stream. I appreciate you all. Pioneer Masters, more prep for the upcoming Arena Open. Opened a couple rares here, and they are both more middling than anything. Night of the White Orchid is fine. I wouldn't first pick it, however. Archon is decent. Just a big flying body that has Bestow. Anchor to the Ether. Y'all know I love this card. Is just really good. Time Walk, in essence. Annex and Chimede. Anthrax and Cyanide. Decent for the Heroic deck. District Guide, Satyr. I'm just going to go with the Anchor. Individual color, and one of my favorite cards. And whoa! What a follow-up. Another Anax. Another Knight of the White Orchid. There's also a Hero of Iroas for the red deck. Also a Rurik Thar the Unbowed. I mean, taking this card early is not bad, and then just drafting a bunch of creatures. You really want to pick up the Gore Clan Rampagers because you can Blood Rush them already at whatever, and they don't count as casting a non-creature spell. Could also just take Essence Scatter, which is one of the better blue commons in the format. But what is the best pick one, pack one here? I guess it might be Rurik Thar. We are certainly shipping a heavy white-red signal, is my only concern, but like I said, I guess if this is pick one, pack one, I'd be taking the Rurik. Okay, a Crowan Crusader, Leaf Crown Dryad are both fine if we wanted to follow those up to the Rurik. There's a Pilgrim's Eye, which is just fine. Selesnya Charm is good. I think a Crowan Crusader is so good in the red decks that I'm supposed to take it. Legion Loyalist now. This is also a nice aggressive red creature. The Battalion ability is quite nice. God, I really didn't want to draft red, but I guess if we get past red, I kind of have to. Oh, Jesse and Thief is also great. Bile-Blight here. I could be red-blue. And that way I pass all the white cards for the heroic deck, and maybe we get hooked up with some blue stuff. Yeah, Witch's Mark. This is one of the better red commons. It's a way to target your creature, helps you mitigate flood, and also pumps up the creature that you're targeting. Okay, yeah, we could be like a red-blue deck if we wanted to. Could still be open to red-green if we see enough. Imposing Sovereign for the red-white deck if I wanted, or just take Consider. I think Consider is still fine because the blue has a ton of prowess creatures. In this way, it also helps fuel Delve. Though here, we probably end up taking Harpooner or Rhino. Okay. This is probably Basara. I mean, taking a double green card with all these cheap red cards is a little bit awkward, but I guess the thing about red-green is that it has fewer continuous pump effects, and it's more like tricks that one-time pump, but that makes the most sense to take. I don't think we would ever run Nivix Cyclops in our red-blue deck, would we? I guess we might, and all the other cards are not playable. Okay. And we're some kind of teamer deck, I suppose. Leaning towards red X. So red-blue or red-green. Both have decent starts. Not sure if there's too much on the wheel. I think there was an Is It Guildgate? That if we ended up in red-blue would be nice. Dragon Style Twins is fine. I guess it's really good with the Legion Loyalist to give it trample. My only issue with this card is that, yes, it is very strong, but it is chumpable for a lot of decks, you know? Steam Augury Wheeling too. Okay, yeah. Maybe red-blue is the place to be. Certainly not Foth, but still a card draw effect. I expect to see very little white from pack 2, which is good. We don't want to see the white cards. However, the red overlap that we passed means we might not see too much red as well, but maybe the blue can come back around then in that scenario. Niblis of Frost, what an excellent open for pack 2. Sidisi is excellent as well. Night Howler, Vile Blight, Sky Knight, Colossus. Good pack. Good old Nibbles, though. 3/3 Flying Prowess. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, tap a creature and opponent controls. That creature does not untap. And we are at 4 instants and sorceries so far. We're going to want to find ourselves at least 1 Mizium Skins, just to help protect our stuff. Let's see. Scab versus Gearcrafter. Not the most thrilling. I think I'm going to take the double creature. Also has better synergy with the Loyalist. This might not end up being in a Crow and Crusader deck by the looks of it. We have Witch's Mark really as the only thing to target. Need to get some Rimrock Knights. Yeah, Rimrock Knights would be nice. Could play just the arms side of things. +1/+1 in double strike for 2 mana is surprisingly good in this deck, I think. However, Dragon Mantle and Treasure Cruise are probably better options. I think I want to make sure I get at least 1 cruise. Far and Away is very good. I have a Dimir Guildgate too, so I could just like play the Far as a bounce and then randomly have access to Away sometimes. But I guess I probably need to take a creature here, don't I? I think the Swift Spear is generally not good. Another Legion Loyalist. Another Boulder Salvo too. Or actually, that would be the first Boulder Salvo. Jeez, another Annex. Huh. Second Guild Summit we've seen as well. I'm going to take the the Rakdos Guildgate here in case we do end up splashing a little bit black down the line. This is a good pack. Philagi, Mantle, Guildgate, Cyclops. And 7th pick Philagi is gross because it's like the best blue common, but debating if we want to just take the Izzet Guildgate here and play it safe. Yeah, I think Philagi is a little too good. Even still in this deck, it seems fine. Wow, just nobody wants the... So maybe nobody's in red-white. I guess Hybridization, turning one of our creatures into a 3/3 is not bad over Dragon Mantle. We're not really targeting our stuff anyways. Like I said, I think we're cutting this a crow in. 3 instants, 3 sorceries. There's a chance I play the Bloodfire. Need more cheap creatures. It does feel like red-white might have actually been open from both directions, though, which is kind of nuts. I guess I didn't see too many individual strong red cards from this pack. So maybe red-white specifically was open. Yeah, I'm going to just take the 2-drop over the armed at this point as well. Artisan Wheeling. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, you may have it become a copy of a creature. Still don't think I have enough ways. We might not even run up that Cyclops. Oh, we opened a Kozilek's Return. That's funny. Not good, but funny. There is exactly one Eldrazi in this format that can trigger it, the Bala Ged, Bane of Bala Ged. This was not a good pack to open. Pilgrim's Eye versus Emissary? Like, that is bad. Guildgate to splash Rurikthar when we have so many non-creatures is also not great. This is just a sad open. I'll take the flyer, I guess. Okay, that is pretty good. Passing a Mizium Skin, Salvo, and another Gear Crafter. Eitherling is a nice win con. Ordeal of Perforos here, also pretty solid, I think. Fall of the Hammer, Scab, also fine. Yeah, just not enough ways for these Crusaders to get targeted. Only 6 total instants and sorceries makes this win. The Niblis of Frost real sad. I haven't seen a single Wild Slash. Fumarole, that's pretty nice. There goes a Fall of the Hammer. Also would have been good. Okay, Draconic Roar helps. Instant speed removal. And another Scab is probably fine. The Scabs tend to do a lot of work, I have found. Probably not needing the Pilgrim's Eye anymore. So I want the Mizium Skin to wheel, and then maybe one other playable. Because I'm hoping I don't need to run any of the things we have in our sideboard. Zergo? Yeah, we'll play Zergo. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. I don't like that card, but I think this would actually be a fine deck for it. Alright, Emissary Wield is okay. And we did get the Mizium Skin, perfect. So I think I'm just going to end up cutting maybe the Dragon Style Twins or the Wind Rider Patrol. 5 instants, 3 sorcery is acquired overall. So many Nimic Cyclops. I think this deck is okay. We're certainly lacking some interaction. I'm almost wondering if I want to cut the Dragon-style Twins and the Wind Rider Patrol here. Nah, with the double Loyalist, I gotta keep the Dragon Styles. Maybe cut the Wind Rider and Emissary. Can I go 16 lands? Probably. Yeah, that's probably fine. We have some cantrips early on in the game. Get the Fumarole in. I guess we want to run more blue than red, even though we have 3 red 1-drops. We have triple Scab that want blue. We have Etherling that wants blue. Niblis wants double blue. Alright. Looks like an okay red-blue deck. Pioneer Masters. Let's go. On the play, sure. A lot of times I like holding the Legion Loyalist, but given it has haste, it might be able to get in for a few points of damage on starting on turn 1, so gonna be worth playing out for sure. Like, if that even gets in for 3 points of damage, I'll consider it a success, you know? Wow, they didn't even have a scatter for turn 2. They're just going to get overrun. Yeah, that ain't going to cut it. I get to pump the Scab here and then rummage with the Boundary as well, which is kind of great. I guess I don't need the second Loyalist. Just a bounce. I'm okay with that. I mean... I was going to say, I just get to pass the turn now and they take 2 damage until they get rid of their own priest, so... 3 lands, all cheap spells. Our opponent with a slow curve. We'll take it. Wasn't exciting, but we'll take it. On the board already. Holy jump scare, Batman. Went to the gym, shaved the head, decided to maybe grow out a little bit of facial hair, or at least what little facial hair I can grow out. We'll see how long this lasts. But YouTubers are the first to witness it, so good luck, have fun. And we're on the draw here with a pretty decent looking red-blue hand. Oh, gym shave shower. I needed that. Oof. As you know from my last few videos, family's been sick, so we haven't been able to do much, or I haven't been able to do much, so that was the first time I hit the gym in a couple weeks. Feels freaking good, man. Philology with aqueous form, okay. Well, they could put the aqueous form on their Philology and just have an 0-3 Scry 1. Or is it Surveil? Yeah, Scry 1. The old Sky Knight, huh? Okay. Alright, let's start off with a Consider. Oh, I have to draw that. Let's too good with the Treasure Cruise in my hand, and we're going to go ahead and play that out instead of the Boundary Lands now. 3 non-hits. So we have acquired ourselves a beautiful 1/4. But good enough, right? Reduces our Treasure Cruise by 3. Okay, they've went for the form. They might have a Sajiri Shelter in their hand if they're making that play. Or maybe they just need to do it, which is the hopeful case. So the question is, do I want a Draconic Roar on... Okay, yep. I was going to say, do I want a Draconic Roar on my turn or wait until their turn? But now that they're tapped out... I mean, I could just anchor it. Time walk them. That actually seems maybe a little bit better, even. No, I guess I can roar plus play the boundary. That's good enough. Alright, we can 3-mana cruise here. Our Wandering Fumarole can enable our Boundary Lands Ranger trigger as well if we really want. Just pass. Alright, let's go to combat. I think I'm going to pass back now, not to run into a scatter. Either scatter, Scatter the Winds, or Essence Scatter. And then we can Steam Augury end of turn. Set up our draw pretty nicely. Or if they tap out for this, even better. Now we have free reign, so to speak. Okay. All right, we'll do the 4 versus 1. Yeah, love it. Decision vindicated. This is going to be a pretty good turn for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cast Ancestral, and then we get to anchor their Scab if we want. So if they don't have a Mizium skin here, this is going to be a time walk. Nice. And then I have to discard a card, but that's not a big deal. Just discard one of these excess mountains. Actually, Ordeal of Perforos on the Philology Archaeologist is not shabby because it'll already have a 1/1 counter, but then that kind of wastes a 1/1 counter, so to speak. So I guess it might just be better to go double creature this turn while they're effectively tapped out. This is a lot of land. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 lands. So I can pre-combat pump the Scab twice, have a 4-power creature, and then have the Ranger trigger if we want. Maybe I just want to attack with the Fumarole, though. Accomplish the same thing. Gust of Wind. Okay, that's fine. That's not bad. Mizium Skin, a useful draw when I'm planning on ordealing, I suppose. Ghostblade Eidolon, sure. They can't really afford to attack here, feels like, yeah. That's pretty good. Okay. So if they have the Flying Naiad and put it on the Scab, they can hit me for what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 damage? But that, however, is not quite lethal. Alright, can't be blocked. Do I want to animate the Fumarole now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we do actually have lethal, don't we? Never mind. The ordeal triggers finally. Or rather, its final mode, so I can shoot them for 3 here. Then pump the Etherling up twice. Pass priority. And booyah, shaka, baby. All right, good stuff. The Augury draw 4 into Treasure Cruise draw 3 was pretty gross, not gonna lie. 2-0 we go. We're playing against a Kraken with not a good hand. No, I can't keep that. That is a bit better. I actually kind of like pitching the Loyalist with this particular hand. Doesn't look like a hand that wants to be super, or is super aggressive, so let's keep the Niblis and the Mizian Skin to protect it. Though it would be nice to draw something to do between now and then. I mean, I guess I actually need 3 blue sources to go Niblis plus Mizian Skin, so these mountains are garbage draws. Although, I guess my opponent's bricking. Yeah, not worth keeping a 2-2, even though that is castable technically. I don't think I like running the Frost into a scatter anyways, but I want to hit that last land first. I mean, if they just pass again and discard, then I'll just activate Fumarole. This is not going to be much of a game if, yeah, they're bricking again. Lame. Lame game. discard a Possessed Scabby. Okay. Another tap land. A red one at that. Black might be their main. Red could be a splash. Oh, there they go. Okay. So one thing that's going to get me here is Devour Flesh. But I guess I just run into it. If they have it, they have it. My hand's actually not very good against an opponent who got a little bit mana screwed at the beginning. Oh, do they have a Bile Blight, perhaps? So let's see. I want to go like this. Look for them to cast Bile Blight. And actually, we tap down the Thief as well, since they're going to cast Bile Blight. Yep. And then I go Mizium Skin, tap down the Pilgrim's Eye. Now we can 1, 2, 3, 4 Fumarole. Nearly kill them here. So first and foremost, they need to get rid of the Niblis, and then they also need to find a way to deal with the Fumarole. And clearly Read the Bones ain't gonna cut it. Just bad luck for our opponent. Looked like they had a decent Grixis deck, but they got screwed at the beginning, and then we were able just to pressure just enough. We'll take it, though. 3-0 start. All right, on the play here with a decent-looking hand. 2-drop off the top would be fantastic, but no complaints. Draconic Roar versus red-green, or they could be Gates. I'm hoping, I think that our opponent's red-green and not Gates. But given that they have a Plains with their Gruul Guild Gate. Okay, they could be Naya Beats. Ah! If that Jessian Thief lived, I don't think we could lose. Given our hand follow-up. Legion Loyalist tech's actually relevant versus the tokens. Strict Guide. I think I need to make this play and just go in right now and hope that they don't have anything. Because if I wait, then it's just going to get worse. Give them time to play a larger creature and do stuff and whatnot, you know? Yeah, it's a big boy. I think we do use our mana efficiently here. Sweet, they actually went for a block. That's good. Let's just cycle the expedite off right now. And I guess we want to play this out since we have Cruise in our deck somewhere. Oh, Mizium Skin also not bad. If I get to untap, if they don't kill the Scab this turn, I think we're in really good shape. Alright, I'll block the 2/2. Scourge to deal 1 damage. Gross. God, missed a land again. Alright, so let's play the boundary. Go to combat. I guess discard my 5-drop. And, oh man, I want to shoot face so badly here, but... Legionist, pass, or Loyalist and pass. I want to keep holding up the Mizium Skin, because now that they have the Scourge online... in case they go, like, pump plus punch ability, you know? Because remember, with the Loyalist, I'm going to have Trample next turn, so they have to be a little bit careful. Maybe there was a bit of merit to holding the Loyalist, though, and seeing if we could surprise get them. That's okay. Right. Do you have a way to kill me? That's only... Oh, that is lethal. Nice. Because it has fire breathing. Excellent. Okay. Well, I guess there was nothing I could have done then. Sweet. Yeah, added 6 damage out of nowhere. Good beats. What could I have done differently? Drawn a land a turn sooner, I guess? Doesn't seem like there was much we could have done there. That's magic, baby. As I like to say. Okay, this needs a little bit of interaction, but it's decent. I'm going to fire off the... Well, I guess that depends. We probably still want to consider on turn 1 because we want to find a land for curve out. But holding consider for a pump effect wouldn't be bad. Yeah, even if I draw a land next turn, I think we're supposed to consider. That's probably the right play. Playing against the Guildgate deck. And they got old Briefy. I think I'm probably supposed to run out Thief instead of Scab. And just make them have something to stop it for now. Notably, what I also could have done there is played Fumarole plus Border or Boundary Lands Ranger and then been able to Augury next turn. Okay, defensive Mangler I'm fine with. Bad news is I don't feel very far ahead, and the longer the game goes, the scarier the Gates deck can be. Like they could play a Colossus right now for 4 mana if they wanted. That's a good sign. If they're just going to mangle on top of the token, that's a really good sign for us. Well... Actually, I think I'm supposed to split up the non-creature spells and split up the creatures as well. Fact or fiction it is not, that's for sure. Oh! That's a sick rip. And yeah, we'll keep that, of course. I still have to be wary of Gates Ablaze, even though there's no red land right now. The briefcase can add red. We have Ancestral with Treasure Cruise next turn if we want to. Possible I'm just supposed to play out one Scab next turn. I guess the downside to anchoring a token is that we don't effectively time walk. Is this the real AJ? I assume it is. But is this the real Nummy? Now you better make a move. You're gonna time out, bro. Dinrova Horror. Okay, that gets rid of the treasure-ish, though. I think I'm okay discarding the thief now at this point. And then setting up with double Scab. Now that the red source is gone. Treasure Cruise next turn, 1 mana, pump the Scab, draw 3, potentially get some more stuff is going to be kind of gross. Scatter and another briefcase. Okay. Grabbing the briefcase would enable red again. I have to imagine the briefcase is better than scatter. But who knows? Probably should get this Fumarole online next turn. Okay, scatter was acquired. It's another pretty solid one. Nice. Good. These are some fat scabs. Go ahead and pump the unblocked one. Roll, roll, roll. Funny thing is, these shrink back down to 3/4s at the end. That should do her, though, right? Because Legion Loyalist prevents the ram from blocking. Here comes the scatter, and then we just win with Loyalist. I should have played the Niblis first, of course. But it was bait. Just bait. Trample, tokens cannot block. Did not matter what order I did it in. All right, let's go. Easy money, honey. Four and one. Let's do it. Yeah, it sounds fine. Honestly, I might even just Zergo turn 1 and then just play the tap land on turn 2. Yep, seems like a fine play. I don't really have anything to do on turn 2 anyways. Alright, Boros, but no 1 or 2 drop is kind of nice. Gear up prayer, that's fine. Absolutely offer a trade. Great. And now we hope that they don't have a way to do anything to the thief. Ooh, Mentor of the Meek. Okay, but that's good. And we can time walk them with the Anchor too, since they missed a land drop, and that was their best play. That's juicy. I like this attack because realistically, are they ever going to be blocking here anyways? Probably not. Do we want to draw the cruise? I guess because we have Steam Augury, it's worth it. And I'm not missing a land drop this turn. Okay. Well, now I think I gotta go for this. We have the skin to back it up. Land here would be great. Excellent. Don't really mind them drawing like 1 extra card off the Mentor. It's fine. Swamp. Post-combat Witch's Mark is a little bit less good, but it is what it is. I guess we're going to discard the Augury at this point. And assume lethal is acquired next turn. Yep, that's GG's. Token does, in a sense, block here, though, because they can sack it to the husk. That attack is wild. They're just dead on board to the fumarole. Nice. All right. Easy does her. It always feels miserable having a Jessian Thief played against you and you can't do anything versus it. But I suppose when I'm on the side of playing it, it's pretty good. All right, 5 wins, 1 loss. Let's get 2 wins before 2 losses now. I'll keep this hand, but it looks a little bit awkward. Right, so we'll expedite, end of turn, draw a card. Good, and then we drew a few lands. They milled 3 different creatures with the Butler, one of them a Scavenge, so that was nice value for them. Whoa, that is an extremely aggressive Bile Blight. They must have another or just a couple other removal spells in their hand if they're so quick to do that. That is a problem. Thankfully, this is spell and not ability, so if they mangle on top of it, at least they don't draw a card. I'm hoping they just mangle and make a 7/7 here, and then I'll 2-for-1 myself to trade with it. Between the Quagmire, or between the Scab and the Roar, I think that's right. Just make a 7/7, please. Oh, interesting. Okay. So now we don't need to do anything. That's fine. That was a good trade for us. Though they did draw a card. Okay, 3/3 double strike prowess. So if they make their Mangler a 6/6, do I want to block and trade? Oh, well, I guess that answers that. They didn't even attack. I think we'll use up our mana efficiently and just play out the Loyalist, though it doesn't do anything here. Fight. Yeah, it's worth using. Because I'm not waiting for 2 more lands to play the Etherling. If we draw an untapped land next turn, we're just slamming it down and asking them, can you kill it this turn? You know, if you squint, Ingenious Scab kind of looks like an Etherling. In the sense that it has the same ability. One of the same abilities. Alright, that is now a 7/7 Death Touch, but that doesn't actually change anything all that much. I'm not sure they can afford to it. Oh, okay, what do I know? I just take 7. There's a chance I kill them next turn, right? So if I attack with everything, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 trample damage. I guess it's not quite lethal. Leave back the token to block. We can go pump. Pump. Okay. Not bad. Goreclaw will give their Mangler trample next turn. Let's see. If they have their Quagmire they can animate this turn too, so I guess we just play the Edeling and pass. Go for lethal next turn. That is not good enough. They are just Dobbs. They would need me to mess up here in order to not die. So we just put 6 toughness here. We can soak up 1 damage here. Death Touch Trample is a thing. So I'm going to go to 1. And then they just die to the Etherling. What a card. What a limited card, am I right? Nice. Gucci baby. All right, hey, and we ranked up in the diamond. I would call that a successful draft already. All right, 1 more win before 2 losses. We got this. On the play. Good creatures. Let's go. Turn 1 Zug Zug. Come on. Something to do on turn 2. Hey, that qualifies. Oh no, a Tidebinder Mage. Need to find some of our non-creature spells here. I don't think I'm going to run the Niblis out quite yet. If they have a counter, I'd rather the Scab get countered. Void Shouter. Oh, Void Shattered. That exiles, so my Treasure Cruise is going to be harder to cast. Okay, if they have another counter, good beats. Tap Black Source. All right, that means we have a free turn. Creatures gain First Strike and Trample, so we tap down the Tidebinder Mage. Pump up, hit him for 9. Booyah Shaka baby. Ob killing Niblis, and they're just dead on board. I activate Fumarole and GG. All right, this was a clean draft for us. Damn, what a beating. Legion Loyalist did some work in this draft. Feels good, man. All right, sweet deck. Sweet deck, good draws, decent enough plays. And we will take 7 wins with only 1 loss. Hopefully we can emulate that type of thing in the Arena Open. But yeah, I would much enjoy that type of thing happening again. Good stuff. All right, friends. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye.